Hello and welcome to the second part of the Colombia special. The second part of the Colombia special is now available on Amazon Prime Video. However, let's begin with this review. Continuing on from yesterday's review, which you can find up in the info card, which should pop up on your screen right now, it continues on from where the trio left off. When the episode opens, they are on their way to photograph bears, a cobra, or some sort of Colombian snake, and hippopotamus. Now, what I find really funny about this is when Jeremy said that they need to find a hippopotamus and photograph it, I thought they meant Jeremy Clarkson was to be the hippopotamus. But let's glance over that. On their way to finding these different animals, they travel up a volcano and they get caught in a hailstorm, in a fairly heavy one at that. It doesn't look nice and they didn't look very pleased, although when Jeremy Clarkson got ice, physical big lumps of ice in his roof, or in his car and behind his back, Richard Hammond found it very amusing. Now, that's not to say that there was a few breakdowns along the way. Hammond's Trump Jeep was the first to go. Trump truck was the first to go, losing the, I think he called it a half shaft, which his truck is 4-wheel drive. If he loses one of the shafts, it goes into 1-wheel drive. Of course, after losing the half shaft, his car only went into 1-wheel drive and he couldn't move. So then he had to get Jeremy and James to tug him out of the hole, and it was unsuccessful. Oh, excuse me. This went on and on and on, but only for about 2 minutes or 2 seconds, because obviously in the editing process it would be edited down. And then when the presenters got to the end of the trip, they were wondering where. This is when they were photographing the hippos. They were wondering where Jeremy was and why he was so long behind. And then Jeremy Clarkson pulls up in his Jeep and says that he was fixing his camera. Obviously because I think his camera broke a few miles back or something, and he had to stay back and fix it. So what happened in the end was James and Richard managed to get the photographs of the hippos, and Jeremy missed out. So James and Richard, being James and Richard, decided to show Jeremy the hippos, and he wasn't that impressed because he missed out on such a magnificent shot, and he had to explain to them that he was lagging behind because he had to fix his camera. And then the special finished there. So if you would like to, that does it for this review. My rating of this review is, I'm going to go a 9 out of 10, like I did with yesterday's special part. There was more action involved. There was less breakages, obviously because this was split in 2 halves and most of it happened in the first half. But both parts are now available on Amazon Prime, so if you want to, you can watch them all in one go as one episode, or you can watch them as 2 separate entities. That does it for this review. If you'd like to see more Grand Tour Series 3 news, click here. If you'd like to get these videos to your inboxes and subscription feeds, click above where you can click on my channel icon, and to see the preview of the Colombian special, please click here. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll be back later this week with my preview of episode 4, and of course my review of episode 4 then, where it'll all go back to normal. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you later. Bye bye.